It's Holy Tuesday, and we are back again, coming to you from the garden at World Headquarters. We're outside, so we've got some car noise. I know that won't bother you as much as it bothers us, though. So today we're talking about Tuesday's lesson, which is pretty wide and all-encompassing. And what are some of the things that you
Well, it is. One of the things I want to reflect on, one of the things I want to mention first is please read this stuff.
Yeah.
It's really rich, and it's really important for this week. We've been on this spiritual journey. This is time to really dig down.
The hour is now.
Yeah, that's what Jesus says. But what strikes me about it, it starts out saying that among those who went to worship at the festival were some Greeks, and Andrew and Philip were among them. So
and it's not a throwaway line.
No, it's important.
Yeah.
Because right after that, Jesus says, the hour is now come. So what could that mean?
I think it means that when the Greeks come, it means that the whole party's there. Everyone's there, and now it's ready. And maybe, is that to say that it's not ready until the Greeks show up?
I think so, because it's to show the universality of the inclusion of God's love. It brings everybody in. Yeah, and I think it's even though it's just the first verse in a long passage, I think it's important.
For me, it's the idea that Jesus then says, now my hour is coming, what should I say? My soul is troubled. Should I be saved from this hour? And he willingly gives himself up. I think that's a real distinction that we have to ponder this week is Jesus willingly going to the cross. And in John's gospel, it's the last gospel that was written that we celebrate in our church. There's this Christology that Jesus is all-knowing and all-powerful and eloquent on the cross, as opposed to Mark's gospel, in which
he's a tortured human.
Yeah, he dies screaming on the cross. And in each gospel, though, I think there's a sense that he willingly does this, but to what end?
And I think it shows him, what should I say? Jesus says, what should I say? Father, save me from this hour. He's tempted. He doesn't want, he's human.
He's tempted just like we are to say, screw it,
right,
I'm not going to follow.
I'm not going to follow through with this.
I'm not going to do God's will. It's too difficult, just like we are.
Yeah, and that's another little, just in one line, we can get all of that out of it. This is rich stuff.
Yeah. And then finally, he closes with this idea of the darkness and the light. And of course, I think of, that great Game of Thrones line, the night is dark and full of terrors. And it's true for us, too.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Our lives are sometimes dark and full of terrors. And if Jesus is the light, even though it says the Messiah must remain forever, Jesus has given us the Holy Spirit to guide us into all truth. And so the advocate, now that Spirit is our light that guides us through the dark places of this world. But it's a hard lesson.
Yeah, and to keep focused on the light is a hard thing too sometimes, because we're so pulled in so many different directions.
Yeah.
To stay focused on the light, on the giving, on the giving, the love that Jesus had to be able to give enough to walk to the cross.
Well, the willingness.
Yeah.
And that's why I think to us, whenever we see a video about somebody willingly doing something, willingly giving up their own self-interest for somebody else, that tugs at our heartstrings. I think that's something really important in our own lives, that we still have that desire. We don't always follow through on it. We don't always act on it, but we still have that desire. It's still in us.
Yeah. And can be a muscle we can exercise. Yeah.
All right, well, listen, tomorrow is Spy Wednesday, so you'll definitely want to join us for the lesson, and we will see you on Spy Wednesday. Thank you.